Hello everyone. I'm Ms. R. Hemavardhini, Assistant Professor in the Department of English, Sri Krishna Swami College for Women. Today, I'll be presenting The 40 Fortunes, a Persian folk tale retold by Aaron Shepard. This story is not just about luck or chance. It's a tale of wit, courage, and how quick thinking can turn an ordinary life into an extraordinary one. It's a reminder that fortune does not always favor the wise. It sometimes smiles upon those who act with art, humility, and presence of mind. Now, let's meet the storyteller, Aaron Shepard. Aaron Shepard, born in 1950, is a master of retelling folk tales from around the world. His works are known for rhythmic prose, moral insight, and cross cultural wisdom. Shepard believes that storytelling is a bridge between generation and societies, a way to carry values like kindness, justice, and courage across time. The 40 Fortunes is one such story which is set in the ancient Persian city of Isfahan. It beautifully combines humor, irony, and the age old truth that appearances can deceive, and luck often follows those who dare to believe in themselves. So, now let's look into a modest life in Isfahan. Let's meet Ahmed as the story begins with him. He is a simple laborer in Isfahan and he owes nothing but a shovel and a pickaxe, tool which earns him a few coins each day. Yet Ahmed is content with what he has. As he says, as long as I can work, we will survive, to his wife. His wife Jamil, however, feels different. She is tired of their poverty and dreams of a more comfortable life. This difference between Ahmed's contentment and Jamil's ambition sets the story in motion. Through them, the tale explores one of the life's greatest tension, that is, the pull between satisfaction with what we have and the yearning for what we lack. The insult at the bath. One day, Jamil goes to a public bath, a place where women gather to wash and gossip. But the attendant stops Jamil and he says that the bath is reserved for the wife of the king's royal diviner. Humiliated, Jamil fumes as she says, "The diviner's wife is no better than me." Her pride burns, and on a walk home, anger turns into determination. By the time Ahmed returns that evening, and Jamil has a plan. She tells him that tomorrow you will sit in the marketplace as a fortune teller. Ahmed protests and he asks, "Have you lost your senses, Jamil? I know nothing of fortune telling." But Jamil stands firm as she says, "Throw dice, mutter some words people will believe. If you refuse, I will return to my father's house." And so, with no choice left, the poor laborer sells his tools and becomes a diviner overnight. And next, we have the ring, the owl, and the fortune's first smile. The very next day, Ahmed nervously sits in the marketplace in his new robe. His first customer arrives, who is a minister's wife, and she's been distraught over her lost ring. Ahmed now rolls the dice and he desperately searches for something wise to say. Then, by pure chance, he notices a small hole in her clock, which is her dress, and whispers, "Madam, I see a hole." Shocked, the lady remembers hiding a ring in a hole in the bath wall and rushes to find it right where she left it. Amazed, she rewards Ahmed with gold. Ahmed thinks it's divine mercy, but Jamil insists it is his destiny. Either way, fortune has smiled and Ahmed's reputation begins to grow. 40 thieves, 40 chests, 40 day. Soon after disaster strikes the kingdom, 40 thieves steal 40 chests which is being filled with gold and jewels from the king's treasury. The royal diviner fails to find them and the king imprisons him in rage. Hearing of Ahmed's miraculous success, the king summons him to solve the crime. Terrified, Ahmed bloods out 40 thieves by pure accident. The king is astonished that Ahmed knows the exact number and commands him to recover the treasure within 40 days. Now Ahmed is speechless, but he accepts, knowing that he has no real choice to make with the king. And Ahmed starts to count down to his disaster. So back home, Ahmed devises a simple plan. He places 40 dates in a jar, eating one each day and throwing the seed into it, saying aloud, "That's one, that's two, that's three." But destiny is at work again. Among the king's servants is one of the 40 thieves who spies on Ahmed at night. Each evening, as Ahmed counts, the thief panic, believing the fortune teller is counting them down. He knows he found us, they whisper in terror. By the 40th night, all 40 thieves climb onto his roof, trembling, convinced that capture is imminent. And now, a fortunate reversal occurs in Ahmed's life. On the 40th night, Ahmed eats the last date and sighs, "That's 40, the number is complete." And suddenly there's a knock at the door. Ahmed is actually expecting the guards, and when he opens, he finds 40 thieves kneeling before him. They beg him not to reveal them, and Ahmed's quick thinking demands that they return all the stolen treasure to the king's treasury by dawn. The next morning, the treasure has indeed reappeared, and when the king asks them if he can now find the thieves, Ahmed cleverly replies, "Majesty, my magic can reveal either the treasure or the thieves, but not both." The king chooses the treasure, and Ahmed reveals it is written, pretending it has been restored by his power. Overjoyed, the king offers him to be his new royal diviner, but Ahmed humbly declines, saying that his powers are exhausted, but he gladly accepts the 2 chests of gold. Wisdom from the fortune. As we see, Ahmed and Jamil return home, now rich beyond their dreams. But their greatest gain is not the treasure, it is wisdom. The story closes with 4 lessons, which is quick thinking trumps. As we see, sometimes wit matters more than knowledge, as we see in the case of Ahmed, and perception is reality. What others believe can become your greatest strength. And fortune favors the bold. Even fear can lead to courage when life demands it. Contentment and ambition. Both are necessary for a balanced and fortunate life. Through laughter and luck, Ahmed learns that fortune often comes to those who act even when they are afraid. And the moral essence that we are going to take from this particular story is that on the surface, the 40 Fortunes is a humorous folktale, but beneath the laughter lies deep cultural wisdom. The story reflects Persian values of humility, cleverness, and divine justice, as it also reminds us that chance and choice often work together, that sometimes what seems like luck is actually the result of courage in disguise. Aaron Shepard's retelling brings out the universal truth that success does not always belongs to the most learned but to the most talent. Ahmed began as a simple laborer and ends as a wise man, not because he planned it but because he learned to adapt, think, and trust the moment. As we see, in a world where we often chase success through knowledge and control, this story reminds us to value intuition, luck, and the courage to act. As Aaron Shepard beautifully demonstrates, fortune does not just smile on the wise, it smiles on the willing. Thank you.